Hi everyone. I wanted to just say hello and share a few thoughts for today that might be of service to you. So, one thing that I've been noticing quite a bit recently is that a lot of light workers or people who are awake are starting to, not everybody, but some of them are starting to just feel really just despondent and kind of depressed or concerned, worried about where we're going, where we're heading, as we're seeing some mandates come back out. But I wanted to share again what I pick up on about how we can, what's happening, and what's real. I mean, again, what the larger picture. So the key here is focusing on the long game. I think a lot of us tend to just look at the little battles, and there's not to say, it is kind of like a spiritual warfare, even though we don't really want to think of it that way. But we focus on the little battles too much. And again, we give the controllers, the people who think they're controlling, too much power. When we give them too much power and we think that they have the ability to ruin our lives with all these restrictions and rules, then they will have much power. But if we think of it as, okay, it doesn't matter, go ahead and try to do that, go ahead and try to do that, I'm still free. You can do whatever you want, but I'm still free and I'm still sovereign. And it's almost like I use this analogy with clients sometimes. When somebody's coming at you, like from the movie The Karate Kid, the sensei is trying to punch Mr. Miyagi, and Mr. Miyagi is standing in front of a glass, like a car with glass windows. And so the sensei like comes at him, punching him, and all Mr. Miyagi does is he just moves his head to the side, and the sensei ends up punching the glass. And eventually the sensei is not going to keep doing that because he's not getting any reaction. Of course, we don't want anybody to hurt themselves, but maybe we imagine a better metaphor is like they're punching at nothing. It's not satisfying. And this goes for anybody who may be, we might be feeling, people in fight or flight who are in fear, who attack, people who are not in fear, who are more concerned about sovereignty and freedom. How do we, manage when we're being attacked by that? Well, just remove our energy. And that is the key to all of this. Is what I'm shown over and over again, is just remove our energy from that focus. What we focus on grows. So if we want to focus on the darkness and the dystopian things some are trying to create that kind of reality, then that will become more of our reality. But if we just say, I see that's happening and it's heartbreaking, of course we want to, say that that's not okay and speak our truth about that, but we don't want to give it too much of our energy and too much power. In hypnotherapy, as I'm a hypnotherapist, and one of the things that I do with people is we shrink down the problem. In hypnotherapy, it's like there's an issue somebody's trying to clear. Maybe it's, a feeling of just being stuck in their lives, of self-doubt, of lack of confidence, or whatever it is, and it can feel like a heavy backpack, or like there's a big, rock on your chest holding you back. And what I do in the hypnotherapy is remove that. Make it shrink, it evaporates, it dissolves, and it just becomes like not a big deal. And that is what the goal is, because, for us to really remember that we're playing the long game. It doesn't matter. These little battles don't matter. It's the end result. And where we're going is this beautiful place of awakening. It is real. There is so much light. The people are seeing so much of the shadows because they have to, and we have to see the craziness right in front of our faces, so then that helps. That's how people wake up. They have to see it. So for those of us that we already are awake and we already see it, we just wait. We just ride out the wave, ride out the storm, keep connecting with light, keep focusing on, nature, putting our attention elsewhere, putting our attention on what we're building. If you're not building the new earth in your community, I encourage you to start doing it. Host some potlucks. Find some freedom-minded people. I do that here I'm involved in that here and where we live in Maine. And a lot of you are here too, but if you're not, it takes somebody to say, hey, does anybody want to do this? Or ask your angels and guides to guide you to the people that are doing that, that are interested in that. So I think it's really important to focus. My dog's trying to come in. To focus on the eyes on the prize, where we're going. And I was shown in the actually, it wasn't even in the Akashic Records. It was just kind of an image I was picking up on this morning, which was just the 3D matrix just becoming like going down. It was like shrinking in intensity. It was like going down a level. So it's just not even up here in front of our consciousness anymore. It's becoming less and less of a thing, and we make it become less and less of a thing when we stop giving our energy to it. So not checking the news, doing the best we can to clear out any emotions that we might feel about when we hear of something they're doing or trying to do. We just allow the emotion to wash through us, come back to light, come back to a spiritual connection. This is so important, to have a connection with light, with divine guidance, with God, whatever you would call it. Feel that light in your heart, allow it to flow through your body. That's what's going to get us through. I've been working on this book, Tools for the Awakening Soul. I think that's what it's called. I've changed it a few times. A guide to activate your intuition and uncover your life's purpose. I'm in like the, I don't know, 5th draft right now, but it's pretty close to the final draft of this manuscript. And I talk about, it's all the tools in there are designed to help us really move away from ego and move away from fear, and trust our hearts and trust our intuition to guide us, and our divine guides to guide us into this beautiful new earth. So really put your focus there. I don't see personally, a lot of benefit in spending a lot of time fighting the systems. Yes, I certainly am grateful for people who are doing that, who are focusing on lawsuits and things like that. I do think it's important to speak, but at a certain point, it's just not good for us to focus on that energy too much. It's again, it depends on what you feels right to you. Sometimes we do definitely want to do that, but other times, if it's not serving us, if it doesn't feel right, then we might want to say, well, instead of focusing on this thing that's dying out, this system, this job that I didn't really like anyway, this field I'm in that I don't see much future for, and I don't really want to be in, instead of putting all your energy on staying there, for instance, or if your child is in school, instead of putting your energy on that, creating a new system, exploring a new job, a new line of work, starting a business, talking to like-minded employers, looking into homeschooling. This is the new way, and it's really just a beautiful, beautiful way of living. My family and I, we really live in our own little reality with people around us. We're creating this 5D way of living where we see all these things that are happening, but it doesn't affect us. It's not our reality. I mean, sometimes it does. Sometimes I have to go in and out, but I do the best I can. And I've worked hard at finding like-minded places, like-minded community. And we've really just moved into this different vibrational way of being. So I know that if you're listening, you can do it too. If you're not already, just keep your eyes focused, keep your sights, energy, vibration focused on the hope that's coming, because it's there. Many love, much love, many blessings, many love. That's good too. Bye.